What is up, my fellow Harley riders? This is the Perpetuating Party of Patriots, and I've decided to do another collection video for today. This one is going to be a bit of a different one. Today, I'm going to be looking at every single series on DVD that I have. Basically every show in my collection that I have the complete series of, particularly on DVD. There may be that rare chance that I have one on Blu-ray or maybe something else, I don't know, but today we're going to be specifically focusing on DVDs of shows that I own that I have the complete series of. Now, first we're going to start off with a couple clarifications. I will only be looking at shows that I am very sure and that I know I have the complete series of. So, basically just ones that also have the label the complete series, basically those. And to add another clarification, there are a couple shows in my collection where I have most of the episodes. Like, for example, Fairly Odd Parents and Jimmy Neutron, for example, but I don't have the complete series of those, and specifically for Fairly Odd Parents, I don't think I ever will, because the last two seasons are bad, and I don't want them, so yeah. And also, this is just going to be specifically focusing on physical media, because there are shows that I do have the complete series of, like My Life as a Teenage Robot, but I don't have it on DVD, I have it on Amazon Video, so pretty much rules that too. And there are also ones where it kind of fits in all three of those categories, where I have most of the episodes and it's kind of scattered. Like, for example, The Grim Adventures. I don't think all the episodes are available on physical media or Amazon Video or streaming services, so kind of rule that out too. And also, a couple of the shows I own have multiple shows in the franchise and other stuff like Ben 10 and Power Rangers, for example. And I just throw Naruto in there, but there's a specific thing I'd add on to that. But I will count the multiple variations that I have of those franchises, which I do have a couple, so there's that. First, we're going to start with this row. This one is going to be pretty much every Nickelodeon complete series set I have, which might as well just get started with these. I'm going to actually pull out all three of the first show. The first series that I have the complete series of is Invader Zim. These are as you can see, these are the original 3 volumes. There are season sets that were released by Amazon, and I think there's another complete series set that was released by Beyond Home Entertainment. Personally, I aimed for the 3 volumes because, well, 1, they're cheaper, and 2, these also have all the episodes, so I figured might as well go with the cheapest option. These actually come with special features, so there's that too. I guess I'll just show you the inside of the first one, since this actually has an insert. I think all 3 of these, I do think all 3 of them are supposed to come with a chapters guide showing you all the episode, but the first volume was the only one that came with that for me. And yeah, and the show only had like 2 seasons, which is unfortunate because Invader Zim is fucking great. Probably in all honesty, my favorite Nickelodeon show, followed by a couple others, but that's the main one. The next one that I have the complete series for is Avatar: The Last Airbender, and I guess you'd throw this in the franchises that have multiple series in the franchise, but I only have the original Avatar, and this is the only one I really plan to get, because I don't hate Korra, but it's not really that interesting to me, but I do really like the original Avatar series. So yeah, there are older versions of these, but I decided to get the complete series set of Avatar, considering it was probably the cheapest one, and I do like the look of these ones. These are also just the regular discs for them, but by that I mean by the discs that were in the original season sets, but they just have a modified look on the box. But yeah, okay, I put it in there. And the last of the Nickelodeon series sets that I have the complete series of, we have Danny Phantom, the complete series. Again, this is another one of my favorite Nickelodeon shows, probably my top 3 or 5, probably. But yeah, this show only had 3 seasons, which A couple of my favorite Nickelodeon shows, particularly Invader Zim, this, and Jimmy Neutron, they all pretty much died out insanely short. By that I mean they had a very short air span or air time, or lifespan. Sorry, that took me a minute to say, but yeah, at least they ended before they could suffer seasonal rot, which I think is good. And Avatar, I think they were mainly just planning to have 3 seasons anyway, so I don't know if I can really throw it in that boat, but yeah, those are all the Nickelodeon sets I have the complete series of on DVD, because I did mention I have My Life as a Teenage Robot on Amazon Video, but again, this video is mainly specifically talking about series sets that I have on DVD, but the next one we have is, I guess you could say, the start of the Cartoon Network stuff. We have Teen Titans, the complete series. Now, my opinion on the show has kind of shifted in kind of a way, multiple shifts. I started out really liking it, then thinking it was an overrated show, and enough to where it landed on my overrated cartoons list, and now I can just definitively say that I like the show. Do I think it's this animation perfection masterpiece or anything? No, nothing is really a masterpiece necessarily, but the show is pretty good, not gonna lie, probably because I also actually watched past the second season this time, but yeah, I do like the original Teen Titans series. Again, I have said this before, but I'm not a fan of Go, so I don't plan on getting any of those DVDs, and okay, I figure I might as well also add this onto the video. Shows that are still going, I won't be including either, because shows like SpongeBob and South Park, which I have multiple season sets of, they're still airing. Crap, I think South Park is still on the 24th season, on like the second episode, so yeah, it's gonna be a bit before I collect that one, and season 23 I'm still trying to get, but yeah, and SpongeBob, they're still like, okay, unfortunately the plastic on this fucking case is coming off, but with shows like SpongeBob, there's still like 2 season sets I need that are actually available, particularly 11 and 12, I believe. But yeah, now on to the rest of the Cartoon Network stuff, which here's where we get into another franchise that has multiple season sets of, or series sets of, sorry. First we're going to start off with the original, and that of course is Ben 10. The original Ben 10 series had 4 seasons, and as you can see, I have all of them. Personally, again, I'm still kind of, this is probably my second favorite in the Ben 10 franchise. I thought it was a pretty fun show, honestly, and admittedly it is kind of nostalgia. Well, I'm not blinded by nostalgia. Personally, I hate that term anyway, but I'm not gonna lie, I did have some very fond memories of the original Ben 10. I still find Alien Force better, so yeah, this is just my second favorite in the series, and I understand James Borland, he has commented on a couple of my videos, and I don't know if many people in my audience know who he is, but he doesn't really like Ben 10 all that much. He says that it's pretty much what he said was just that it's just like every other 2000s action show. I think that's what he said, but again, I respect his opinion, but I can't disagree more with that. But well, I guess I might as well show you just the inside of this one, mainly because this is the only DVD season in the set that actually has different disc art than the other ones. The other ones just basically have a gray background with a character on them. I do like those more, but just for this one, I am mainly going for series that have like the most differences on one of the DVDs, I guess you'd say, but again, I'll still pull out all of them. This one we have obviously is Alien Force, but I'm going to start with the first 6 volumes, because this is where seasons 1 and 2 reside. This one is a 4-pack with all the volumes for season 1 and the first volume of season 2. These are the rest of the volumes for season 2. I think I've said this in my Ben 10 collection video, but most people I've seen seem to only have like the first 4 volumes of Alien Force, and then they just kind of stop collecting them after that. But yeah, personally, since I'm a bit of a completionist, I decided to get all of them. But yeah, I think my favorite season in the show is, honestly, it's kind of a tie between the first 2, because that's where I think most of the really good episodes reside, and again, Alien Force is still probably my favorite of the Ben 10 franchise, but yeah, I guess I'd say season 2 since that had War of the Worlds, and I thought that was a great episode personally. But yeah, all 6 of the volumes have the same disc art, so I'll just show you the disc for the first 4. And yeah, I did decide to add basically an episode list on the inside since it doesn't have it on this. The 4 patch doesn't have the list of episodes unlike the individual volumes of them. But yeah, now on to the rest of the Alien Force series with season 3. This is where most people say the show kind of this series kind of fell off, or this show Ben 10 fell off. I still like season 3 personally. I thought it was at least a pretty good season. I will admit that the string of episodes aren't as strong as in the first 2 seasons, but it did have a couple really good ones. Some of my favorites were the Vengeance of Vilgats 2-parter and the Final Battle. I thought those were 2 really good episodes, but yeah, I do think they were a little bit weaker, not gonna lie. I'm only gonna really show you the disc for the first, or for the last volume. The other 2 have this kind of multicolor thing, or, well, they have different colors on the discs, but the 9th volume has multiple colors, so I figured I'd show you just that. And now on to the last of the Ben 10 series that I have all of, and also the last one that actually had all the episodes. That being Ultimate Alien, which there were, obviously, as you can see, there were 5 volumes. And, yeah, I think this is where, honestly, the peak of Ben 10 was, in my opinion. Just, again, in my opinion. I do kind of like Omniverse, not gonna lie, and I do think it is pretty good, at least, and I do think it is overhated by a lot of the community, but I think Ultimate Alien was, I don't know, I guess this is just the last one that I say was a really good Ben 10 series, I guess you could say. I'm only really going to show you this for the first one, to show you the case for the first one, because, again, this one has the most differences. For example, they actually listed as Volume 1, unlike the other 4, which just, well, don't list them as volumes, but, yeah. And, this is the last of the Ben 10 series of DVDs that I have, well, that I have the complete series of, because, I do have a couple DVDs of Omniverse, but again, I've bashed on Cartoon Network for this before, but I'll just still describe it here. That series was when they decided to just be really pissy with their DVDs, because, they decided that it was a genius idea to just close off the Omniverse DVDs with just volumes with like 3 or 5 episodes on them. So yeah, I don't think we're going to be getting the complete series of Omniverse anytime soon, unless there's like streaming services that have this complete series on them, but I don't know where they are. But the next, this is kind of going to be where we take a bit of a break from the Cartoon Network stuff, because the next complete series I have is the Spectacular Spider-Man, the complete series. Yeah, this one is another one that I do admittedly have nostalgic memories of. And this is probably one of my favorite iterations of Spider-Man, I guess you could say. I just thought the show was really good. Again, this is another show that was really good, but got canceled pretty early. Yeah, hold up. I think they actually list how many episodes are in the show. 26. So, yeah, I think that pretty much tells you that this show did not last long at all. Again, this is another one of those shows that, again, had like 2 or 3 seasons where they got canceled. But the discs in here are basically just the individual volume DVDs. So, yeah, there was a season 1 set that I had back then, but they mainly decided to just go with the individual volumes since they have all the episodes anyway. But, yeah. Okay, now, oh, there's the rest of the... I think this is the... Okay, I don't know what the fuck I'm trying to say here, but... yeah, the next show we have all of is the Superhero Squad show. Now, this is probably on the lower end when it comes to my enjoyment of the shows in this particular video, because again, this is, again, expect to hear this I think you guys have heard this a couple times, but this is another show that I mainly grew up with and decided, hey, might as well get the DVDs for this one. But yeah, I do like the Superhero SWAT show, not gonna lie, but I don't know why I keep saying but, kind of stumbling over my words right now, but yeah, there's not a whole lot of differences between the DVDs on here. It's just mainly the 2 seasons and the... Okay, I'm stuttering like a wildfire here, but yeah, that was all of that show. But now on to another franchise that has multiple series sets of, and is also scattered as fuck. We have Power Rangers. Now, there are a couple DVDs that I just have the complete series season set of, I guess you could say, but there is one in between that, well, I'll explain it in a minute, but first I'll just show you the first 4 seasons, basically get you a general gist of it. This is Ninja Storm, Dino Thunder, SPD, and Mystic Force. This is when Disney really started to get a hold of the Power Rangers franchise on. I think the first season, technically, that Disney had was Wild Force, but Ninja Storm was really where they started to pretty much just change locations. Well, they changed it from like the US to Zealand or wherever they had it first, but yeah, I basically consider the Disney franchise of Power Rangers basically just the New Zealand era, but yeah, I do have a lot of fond memories of the Disney era Power Rangers, well, probably because I was born around the time they started having them. I think they were currently on Dino Thunder when I was born, but yeah, again, don't know really what to say here, and here's where the anomaly comes in, because the next series, I don't have the complete series set up, I just have all the volumes. This is Operation Overdrive. Now, unlike the Dino Thunder volumes, which I have tucked away somewhere, this is actually all the episodes for them, which I think is nice, because, well, usually the Disney volumes, they decide to go kind of dipshit, and we're like, oh, we have to have a minimum of at least 5 episodes on each disc. And then they just cut out the rest of the series for the other ones. But yeah, Operation Overdrive, which is probably the weakest of the Disney seasons in my opinion. For this one, they decided to actually have all the episodes for, which I wish it didn't necessarily have to be this one, because again, like I said, it is probably the weakest one. But yeah, anyway, let's move on before I go on rambling. These are the last 2 of the Disney seasons, Jungle Fury and RPM. If you're asking which one I like more, I'd have to say RPM, but Jungle Fury is... I don't know if I can really say it's underrated, because I do see this one cited as a bit of a fan favorite, but it is kind of underappreciated in at least a little bit of a sense. But yeah, Disney did close off their era pretty smoothly, I guess you could say, or they ended on a high note. But yeah, to close this video off, we have a couple anime sets. The first one was admittedly very short, and it didn't cost that much, but yeah, we'll just start with this one. We have Elfin Lead, the complete series. Well, I guess I'm going to say it's a complete series, but it doesn't really have it listed, but this is all 13 episodes of the anime, and I do like this show. I was kind of missing out at first, because I'm not gonna lie, I did used to watch the YouTuber Phantom Strider quite a bit back then, and sometimes back then I used to take other people's opinions and use them as my own, I guess you'd say. But yeah, I decided to give Elfin Lead a chance recently, and I found myself really loving this show. Honestly, it's one of the couple anime series that I would say I genuinely really like, but it is one of those shows that kind of starts off a little bit weak, but gradually gets better as it goes on. But yeah, I would recommend this if you like anime. But the only real difference the only real difference between each of the ones is the first disc has 5 episodes, but they only list 4 of them, which I do think it is a bit annoying, not gonna lie. But yeah, it does have all the episodes, which is good. But yeah, the next series we have yeah, this might take a bit to go by each one, but we have the original Naruto series. Now, this is another one of those franchises or series that have multiple series in the franchise. The other ones are Naruto Shippuden and Boruto, which I have seen Shippuden and I do like it, but Boruto I don't really have much interest in. But I do have every series set or season set of the original franchise. We're just gonna go by each one, seasons 1 through 4. But here we have the first 2 volumes of the first season. Sorry, that took me a minute to say, but yeah, this DVD I believe has the Land of the Waves arc, and this one has the start of the Chunin exams, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, I think the first season is one of the best ones overall. I do like the Land. I'm currently still watching the rest of the Land of the Waves arc, but I do hear it gets better. Here we have season 2, which this one pretty much I think closes off the Chunin exams and kind of goes on to the attack of the Leaf Village arc, I think is what it's called, and this one focuses on the search for Tsunade arc. Okay, let's get to the rest of it. Okay, now this is where it kind of starts getting a bit iffy. Well, mainly on continuity, or I don't know why I said continuity, I mean on the plot, I guess you could say. This one focuses on the Sasuke retrieval arc, which I hear is the best of the Naruto series. And this one, or the second volume of season 3, I think this is where they start to add more fillers into the show, which I'm not completely against filler, but it can be kind of annoying if you're trying to keep up with the series. Season 4, I think this is pretty much where they just go into all fillers, pretty much. This was season 4, volume 2. This is the one I was waiting for, but didn't know when it was coming, so yeah, I guess I'll just show this one, since I already showed the rest of them in my Naruto collection video, but yeah, this one I'll make an exception for. There is Disc 7, Disc 8, Disc 9, okay, this will take a minute, Disc 10, Disc 11, and Disc 12. And that was pretty much all of the series sets that I have for all of my shows. Again, I was specifically going for DVDs, but anyways, that's all I really have to say here, and see you guys in the next video.